Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NASHRUNA. My matrix number is 23DLS 19F1052.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NURUL FATHIEHA binti Muhammad Yusof. Matrix number 23DLS 19F1008.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is ADILLA. Matric number 23DLS 19F1066.
Hi, my name is IZZAH binti Muhammad Nawi, matrix number 23DLS 19F1032.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is AMALINA binti Asman. My matric number is 23DLS 19F1014.
First, I will discuss about employees, which is all employees who are trade union members have certain rights in respect of the union membership. Next is employers. Employers which recognize a union will negotiate with it over members' pay and conditions. Many recognition agreements are reached voluntarily, sometimes with the help of the Labor Relations Agency. If agreement can't be reached and the organization employs more than 20 people, a union may apply for statutory recognition. The last one is government. To uphold social justice and ensure harmonious industrial relations through solving industry disputes between employers and employees and awarding collective agreements. To ensure trade unions practice democracy, orderly and is responsible to assist achieving the objective of industrial harmony. The important role of government in the communication system, law enactment and enforcement, which is the various system might comprise of different forms of such rules and regulations. There might be laws and awards of different courts, committees and tribunals. There might be agreements written or sectioned by custom, usage, practice or tradition, or there might be the outcome of government policies or intervention. The main law related to the industrial relations in Malaysia. First is Factories and Machinery, Act 1967, an act to provide for the control of factories with respect to matters relating into the safety, health and welfare of persons therein, the registration and inspection of machinery and for matters connected therewith. Next is Trade Union Act 1959. Trade Union Act 1959 seeks to control activities of trade unions so that they can develop in orderly and peaceful manner. The act lays down stringent statutory and procedural provisions for the information and operation of trade unions in Malaysia.
Describe industrial relation. The term industrial relation explains the relationship between employees and management, which stem directly or indirectly from union-employer relationship. Industrial relations are the multidisciplinary academic field that studies the employment relationship, that is, the complex interrelation between employers and employees, labor and trade union, employer organizations, and the state. Objective. The objective of good industrial relations should be development and progress of industry through democratic methods, stability, total well-being, happiness of the workers, and industrial peace. First, to establish and nurture the growth of an industrial democracy based on labor partnership in the sharing of profit and of managerial decisions. Next is, when to create or establish industrial peace, the workers must be assured of fair wages, good condition of works, reasonable working hours, holidays to get the happiness of workers. Last, in the primary objective of industrial relations is to bring about good and healthy relations between the two partners in industry. It means they avoid industrial conflict or strife and develop harmonious relations. Industrial relations include 4 types of relation. Number 1 is labor relation. Labor relation is between union and management, that is also known as labor management relation. Number 2 is group relation. Group relation is between various group of workmen. Example, workman, supervisor, technical person, and others. Number 3 is employer Employee relation. Employer-employee relation is relations between the management and employees. It denotes all management-employer relation except the union management relation. And last, number 4 is community or public relation. This relation between the industry and the society. That's all. Thank you.
There are some importance of industrial relation. First is increased production, healthy cordial relationship between the workforce and the employer and management and amongst the worker within the workplace improve the workers' productivity and efficiency. Second is reduction industrial dispute. Good industrial relation helps in reducing the industrial dispute. Good industrial relation remove dissatisfaction amongst the worker. Third is uninterrupted production. The most important benefit of industrial relation is that it ensures uninterrupted production. Reduce industrial dispute, industrial unrest, strike, lockout can be avoided through good industrial relation. This ensures smooth running of the organization and continuous production. Number 4 is improve morale. Good industrial relation boosts the morale of the employees. Employees feel that they are part of the organization and their contribution will improve productivity of the organization. Good industrial relation brings about realization among the employees that gain to the organization will not only benefit the employees but will benefit them as well. Next is main participant in industrial relations unit. First, worker and their unions. The total work plays an important role in industrial relations. Workers' organization prominently in trade unions activities. The main purpose of trade unions is to protect the workers' economic interests through collective bargaining and by bringing pressure on management through economic and political practice. Second is managers and their association. The prominent role is of work group and the differences in their size, constitution and the degree of specialization they press upon. Of course, there is the necessary provision for mutual communication for the structure of status and authority and for such other organizations as trade unions and employees association. And lastly, government. Governments play a balancing role as a custodian of the nation. Government exerts its influence on industrial relations through its labor policy, industrial relation policy, implementing labor laws, the process of conciliation. By playing the role of a mediator, it tries to regulate the activity and behavior of both employees, organizations, and employer organizations. Aspect of industrial relation. First, promotion and development or healthy labor management relation. One of the aspects of industrial relation is to promote and develop healthy relation between the employer and employees and presuppose, for example, spirit or collective bargaining and willingness to take recourse to voluntary arbitration. The very feeling of collective bargaining makes them assume equal status in the industry. This feeling may further industrial peace. And the last one is development of industrial democracy. The idea of industrial democracy is that the labor must have the right to associate with the management in running the industry. In this connection, following techniques are usually adopted, such as the material and social environment to which the worker adjusts and adapts himself while at work must be available.
Definition of tripartite. Tripartite is a decision making in an industrial relation. Tripartite consists of three parties which involve employees, employer and the government. All of them will come to an agreement, or if the situation becomes dire, the government must intervene to resolve the conflict between employees and employer. There are three broad approaches to the decision-making process in manpower relation, namely unilateral, bilateral, or as a tripartite consensus. Function tripartite system. First, can detect labor relations problem at an early stage and through the concert effort of the employers, employees and the government. Second, can facilitate mutual understanding of employers and employees on issue of common concern and reaching consensus through tripartite effort. Next, can set commonly accepted standard on employment that related issue to cater for the specific needs of individual industry. Last but not least, can forge partnership between employers and employees toward workplace cooperation.
What is ILO? ILO is a short form for International Labour Organization. And now let's get started to know more about ILO. ILO was founded in 1919 and it is United Nations agency that was formed for the purpose of achieve decent work. How they want to achieve their goals? It is by promoting social dialogue, social protection and employment creation as well as respect for international labour standards. And now what is their strategic objectives? It is to promote and realize of fundamental principles and rights at work, also to enhance the coverage and effectiveness of social for all. And then how they implement the objectives? It is by through the formulation of international policies and programs to promote basic human rights, improve working and living conditions, also to enhance employment opportunities. What is the connection between ILO and the tripartite system? ILO uses the tripartite structure in which the employers and workers representatives have an equal voice. ILO encourages tripartism within its members by promoting a social dialogue between trade unions and employers regarding on the matter of employment. Other than that, ILO also focuses on development of social dialogue, social protection, employment development, occupational safety and health, gender equality at work, HIV or AIDS at workplace, and others. So the conclusion is, it has been shown that a tripartite system is an effective system to be practiced, and the International Labour Organization ILO has proved it, as they have solved a lot of complications in the employment.